Remember, on one side, Trump trying to end wars. On another, it appears there could be one more escalating. In the latest, a big warning from US President Donald Trump amid Russia-Ukraine temporary ceasefire. Just when we thought that this war could be coming to an end, Trump has voiced anger and used some very strong, harsh words at Russian President Vladimir Putin for what he says are comments made about Ukraine and Volodymyr Zelensky. In fact, Putin basically had criticized Zelensky, to which Trump has lashed out. Trump is referencing to a comment made by Putin saying that Zelensky is not credible. His tenure as president even ended last year. But right now, remember, Trump saying Putin has no choice. He has to make a deal with Zelensky, whether he likes him or not. Amid all of this, Trump has also warned Zelensky, saying he is trying to back out of this rare earth deal. Amid all of this, these are the comments that have come in from Donald Trump, saying he's angry and more with regard to Putin.
I think he'll be okay. But if he isn't, I was disappointed in a certain way. Some of the things that were said over the last day or two having to do with Zelensky, because when he considers Zelensky not credible, he's supposed to be making a deal with him, whether you like him or you don't like him. So I wasn't happy with that. But I think he's going to be good. And I think Zelensky, by the way, I see he's trying to back out of the rare earth deal. And if he does that, he's got some problems, big problems. We made a deal on rare earth, and now he's saying, well, you know, I want to renegotiate the deal. He wants to be a member of NATO. Well, he was never going to be a member of NATO. He understands that. So if he's looking to renegotiate the deal, he's got big problems. Go ahead.
India Today Global Shashank Mattu joining me right now. Shashank, go ahead. So these are strong words. He's expressing disappointment. One would have expected that Putin, because he agreed to the ceasefire agreements, would just go ahead with it. What do you think is happening now?
Well, Pooja, the sense that has been growing is that the Russians are actually playing for a little more time. They know that they have the cards. They know that Donald Trump is really not that interested in backing Ukraine for a prolonged conflict. We also know that on the ground in the conflict between Russian and Ukrainian forces are steadily pushing the Ukrainians back. So the sense among the Russian diplomats and among the Russian officialdom seems to be that, look, if we continue playing for time and continue stalling an agreement, we will continue to push the Ukrainians back and we can then get a favorable deal to end the war. That's why what you've seen is that despite the fact that the Black Sea Agreement was agreed to between Russia, Ukraine and the United States, what's happened after that is that Russia has come in making these demands that were not mentioned by the United States. It said that, no, you need to remove sanctions on our banks before the agreement goes into place. You also need to try and appoint a transitional government in Ukraine that does not include Volodymyr Zelensky. It's trying to inject these conditions because it believes that it has a stronger hand. And now Donald Trump, of course, is coming out making this statement and saying that, look, if Russia believes that it can pull a fast one on me, essentially, and delay this agreement, because even though it has signed the Black Sea Agreement, even though it has said that it is willing to do business and end the conflict in Russia, then America and Russia are going to have problems. So he's issuing a veiled warning to the Russians as well, saying that, look,
and just when we thought it's all going to be peaceful in the region, one comment and it appears to be going haywire, but we'll be tracking more on that. Shashank, thank you very much for now. So that's the big news coming in with regard to Russia, Ukraine and the USA.